Hello, everyone, and you're watching the Thinking Scrubs X-Wing podcast. I'm your host, Raymond, and I'm joined by Ramon
Hello.
and Ian,
Hello, guys.
and we're watching the first round of the Thinking Scrubs Open tournament. So,
Yes, was held
Ramon,
last. When was it
yeah,
held
which was
again?
held, when was it? No, yeah,
It
it was
was
just last August 31st, so last week.
Yes, very fresh, very new content for the Philippines.
Yeah, my brain's still messed up from that tournament. That's why I don't remember anything.
We'll see from this game.
Okay, so Ramon, would you give us a quick background on what the special theme of this tournament is?
well, the special theme of the tournament is lieutenants. Basically, the general list building rule for all participants is to bring only one limited pilot, to have only one limited pilot in their lists. So this limited pilot is required. They need to have one limited pilot and can only have one. So for
Ramon?
example, notice in front of us, Raymond's. Hello, guys. If
Yes,
you
yes,
Yeah,
notice in
yes.
front of Yeah, Raymond's list includes Gold Squadron Veteran, two Blades, and Saw Gerrera, while JL's list has Grievous as his limited pilot, with the rest of his Separatist Swarm being generics.
yep.
Mhm.
Thanks for that, Ramon. So, as you know, there's also a small caveat of just not just limiting the rules to bringing one captain, but also a special rule as well, according to the points of the captain, right, Ian?
Yes.
So basically, this captain, if the points in squad building is still the same, but when it comes to rewarding that ship's points to your opponent, you award the opponent 50% more. And it's not just the ship either; it's whatever's on that ship as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so you're basically making the lieutenant a primary target,
That's right. So
or at least a juicy one.
yeah, at least it'll you don't. I mean, in case of at least this like JL's list and screen, you don't have to necessarily go for all these mini drones, but you could also target Grievous. Would be his points would be almost the worth of 4 drones.
Yeah, it's just a lot.
And yes, in case you haven't noticed, I'm the one playing in this round.
Woo! So, I haven't played any games with Rebel, but I have games with separatist lists.
And what do you think of JL's list, Ian?
Regarding General Grievous being the lieutenant here, uh, he doesn't really make a good lieutenant regarding his synergy, but I have faith in the separatist drones and their energy shell charges. That's what I'm banking on. That JL should capitalize on to eliminate some from yours.
Okay. And Ramon, won't you critique my list?
Mm. Um, from what I'm seeing, you're going for a beef archetype with the Blades and the Gold Squadron. You do have Saw Gerrera, but I'm not seeing some way to mitigate damage aside from Selfless. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Magva would have been a better choice over Saw, or possibly looking into adding some R2 Astromechs on some of the on the gold. Well, that's just the Gold Squadron. Leia is in the list, which is always a good choice. But something that I've been looking at regarding Saw and Ewings is actually sticking R2 crew on him, so that once he gets damaged, he can actually keep his survivability up. But as a whole, it's a, a beef archetype, and we're gonna see how it goes up against the swarm.
Right. So, okay, in my defense, as the list builder.
No justifications allowed.
Yeah, I think my first iteration of this list, Ramon, I'm not sure if you saw it, was with Big's Dark Lighter instead.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was all about mitigating passing around damage and all that stuff. However, at the end of the day, I just found that with one agility to these B wings and this Y wing, I was pretty sure I was gonna get hit a lot, and no amount of passing around would probably save them at the
so
at
so
the end. So
so
I
you'll
just
just
banked on,
really bank on the HP of the B wings and their
yeah, I
heavy
just
shields and
banked
heavy
on
hulls.
getting them hit. In that way, actually, I'm counting on them getting hit. Actually, improves their accuracy because they'll have the rerolls from Saw.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So it's really focusing on damage. Of course, the selfless helps mitigate damage to the others, but also helps them damage themselves so that they can trigger that Saw Gerrera effect faster as well.
Mm-hmm.
And contraband cybernetics to help Saw pivot twice with an action.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to bring seismic charges also just because I'm pretty sure a lot of the
Swarms.
yeah, there will be a lot of swarms in this type of themed list, theme tournament, and a plasma torp just in case there's just that one ace that a lot can't get.
That one ace you want to get rid of immediately.
Yes, that's right. So
Mhm.
that's the basic idea behind it. Of course, it's not too complicated.
It's a pretty good archetype. I think just imagining a toned down beef in a generic arena here, generic themed ships. I think it'll still hold on its own.
Yeah. Well, I didn't win the
We'll see. We'll
tournament,
see.
so it didn't last that long. But
We'll see. I
that's
just noticed that JL's list has a separatist bomber with delayed fuses. I haven't really encountered any separatist bombers yet. Have you guys any experience with that?
this is my first. It's actually, I think, only my second time playing against a droid swarm, the first being part of the league. So I actually, the only thing I knew was about the energy shell charges, but all the rest on the table, I was like guessing.
Hmm, interesting. I haven't seen delayed fuses yet. Does it activate the proximity mine?
Actually, that's a interesting
Yes, it
question. So the delayed fuses can stop someone from stepping over and igniting the proximity mine?
yes, it does.
Ah, that's interesting. So you could actually position it in a way that one of your drones pass through it, but still be
Yeah.
safe.
Interesting mechanic. Talking about the asteroid position here, JL opting for a straight lane there, uh, opting to hug the upper side of the Star Killer base, while Raymond, you opted for. Are, are you going to hope for a joust here,
uh,
or are you going to flank them?
I actually wanted a position wherein I would make JL guess a bit. I
Mhm.
mean, if he went forward, then I could go. I only did a one forward, two forward in my first move. So if he turned left, I would catch him in
Spoilers.
the next. If he went forward, then I could adjust in the next turn, right?
You'll
So
adjust accordingly.
yeah. So I thought that I had a very safe position. And yeah, and my bet here was I was going for range control if ever that we would end up with a joust. So see, the dilemmas of having a swarm is that it takes a while for all of them to move.
For them to move. We're hoping that with the epic, you'll be able to move swarms faster.
Oh, and in case you haven't noticed, we have our new colored bases.
Wow! Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm also adjusting them in the middle of playing this game. So right now I only have them on my own ships.
Favoritism.
Yeah, so we know that this is the pink one,
Mm-hmm.
and okay, so on my first move I opted to go right. Okay, so maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was like thinking that I was gonna, if ever that they turned right, I could barrel roll to the right instead to adjust. But yeah, they went forward, so I went left to meet them face on. Hmm. Although at this position, I'm thinking that if I kind of scare them into a jousting position, since there's a rock there, they wouldn't be able to bank right away.
Yes.
Either they would have to slow down, and I would enable the range control. I mean, to get shots on maybe 1 to 2 drones first.
The thing about the drone's dial is that it's really weird. It forces you to go forward and bank a little, but it doesn't give you knife fighting capabilities. Or it does, but it stresses you out. It stresses the drone. It has a 1K, right?
A 1K or 1 talon? I forgot. 1 talon.
Or something along those lines. So it really removes the calculate. You're supposed to bank on calculates when you have drones because they're bots anyway. So if regarding this position, if they fail to or if JL fails to guess where you're going to land, he's going to lose his calculates. That's what's going to happen. So early on, he placed the ships in a fair position that he'll still be able to move accordingly, even though there's a rock. After the first asteroid, he went past through.
Okay, so we're done with first movement. And again, sorry, just to reiterate, time started late for us. We've been in a rush in this tournament. Of course, being a player and also an organizer is very hectic. So it's already 62 minutes, but it's only our first round.
It's okay. We're seeing progress. We're seeing progress.
So if you were Ramon, if you were JL, what would your ploy be in this scenario?
It's funny that JL bought Grievous, who has a very specific flanking ability, but chooses to fly Grievous alongside the swarm.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting choice. I'm not a CIS player. I can't make a I can't make a good call on JL's list. But from my understanding, I think he's banking on from what he's doing. I think he's banking on being able to joust your beef list at this moment. Does he eventually do that?
We'll find out.
We'll find out. So we'll keep watching. So
He's flying a block, so I'm guessing that's what's on his mind. He's not planning on splitting the swarm at any point.
yeah, I think he'll just move to forward probably.
Well, what I think is good about these drones is at least they have barrel rolls linked to calculus, right? So you could do like a micro bank, sorry, one bank, micro, and like maybe adjust them. If I were JL, of course, I would do like a one bank, then choose the second row, third row.
What's
two,
really
three.
what's really peculiar about this whole separatist list is that it doesn't have what's the upgrade that buffs all the drones?
Kraken.
Just not a tactical relay.
Yeah, the tactical relay.
Right.
When you're a
Okay.
separatist, you really want to take at least, or at least you really want to include a tactical relay card, especially when the whole team wants you to highlight a lieutenant. So
What does tactical relay do again, Ian?
um, I think you have several choices for the tactical relay, but as Ramon previously mentioned, you want the Kraken.
Right,
Kraken actually lets you preserve at least recalculates for the next turn.
Right, right. Yeah. Uh, and instead, how much is that anyway?
That's 10 points, Ramon, I think.
Um, sorry, I'm not the CIS player
Oh
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's still 10 points.
Trackers, I think around 10 points if I
Yeah.
remember. The
So
rest
So
are
if yeah,
if
so
you
if we
really
put
want a
that,
lieutenant, yeah, if you would have put that, that would have at least for me justified flying Grievous alongside the drones. But since Ramon also mentioned that Grievous is supposed to be a flanking ship, it's a really weird way for me to approach a CIS list. But
yeah,
we'll see.
we'll see. I mean, the game's not set yet. We don't know
Yeah.
who
We're
won
still
yet.
on the initial approach. We're still on the
Oh,
initial approach, and of course, the dice gods can always change the course of the full
yes.
game.
It's
Yep.
interesting JL opted for another two straight, considering that he could have controlled the engagement with a two bank in already. And as Raymond mentioned, the Vulture droids have a barrel roll, so navigating the middle edge rock on top the screen actually is a lot easier than what most people expect. But
Yep.
because now he'll be forced to take two a two bank in this case, or a three bank, just so that his leftmost Vulture droid doesn't hit that rock.
Yep. So here I'm just trying to maximize my space, moving barrel rolling to the right so that I could get a good shot, hopefully on maybe the lead drone, and then really force them if they want to get a shot at me next turn. They really have to dig in to the left side and maybe hit that rock.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Looks like that rock definitely is going to be the centerpiece of the whole engagement for the next 2 to 3 rounds.
I guess this is me deciding front, back, or middle. Okay. And of course, the Y wing does the same.
So,
Yeah,
considering your list, Raymond, your lieutenant is Saw
so
Gerrera.
Guerrera, yes.
Yes.
I'm as a lieutenant who wants to get shot at. Because, yeah, I'm really banking on his ability to pivot and get out of harm's way. That's why I really brought the contraband cybernetics.
Yes.
Okay, and Grievous. And what's interesting is that, oh, okay, so here's, so instead of all of the, JL made a slight change his maneuvering here, wherein he allows Grievous to bank in instead.
Hmm.
I do
So
believe that that is not totally an optimal move. If he deployed Grievous further away, since he's not carrying a tactical relay anyway, it at least gives the opponent the option to choose between catching Grievous or going after the swarm.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
now he's in a tighter space. He has less maneuvers for Grievous in the next turn. He's blocked by that rock just right in front of two rocks actually.
so you
I
reckon he should have
also
boosted here? He could have
But
boosted.
it,
Grievous could have boosted more, to get out.
maybe. What's interesting is that since this whole list is all about generics and a lieutenant, I would have also capitalized on the treacherous card, which is the thematic card for separatists.
And what does that do, Ian?
Treacherous. I forgot. What is it exactly? I forgot the exact wording, but
Oh yeah, just give us the gist.
if there's a ship, I think if there's a ship that blocks your um, what do you call it? Their arc, you can. I forgot, but it allows you to get a free damage or to pass on a free damage.
From Grievous to another ship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
since you have a lot of drones anyway, and drones are meant to explode, and you really want them to die instead of Grievous, uh, since he's going to be the main damager here anyway. Or is he?
Hmm. This is definitely a first time around.
I like the format. It really allows you to speculate and to debunk your theory or list building skills and refine it the more you fly it, even though it's not meta.
Yeah, definitely. It's how did we come up with this anyway?
It was I don't know whose idea was it.
It was Raymond's, I believe.
Oh, interesting. So congrats
Oh,
to you, and
oh, thanks.
you're a certified thinking scrub.
Yeah, it's what we do. But yeah, well, how did they come up with this? I guess as just I just want. I mean, I think the
It's a
background of how I came up with this is I don't know if you guys play other tabletop games.
yeah, we do.
So in most army games, you usually just have one unique and then a lot of generics surrounding them, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
So I guess I kind of want to bring that essence into this theme tournament,
Mhm.
especially since you have so many options here. But what if you are just limited to one?
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you thought of that because it was a fun format. It was interesting looking for uh, possible lists to bring to the tournament itself.
Okay, so let me just go back a little to treacherous. It says here, while you defend, you may choose a ship obstructing the attack and spend one charge. If you do, cancel one hit or crit result, and the ship you choose gains one strain token. After a ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed, recover one charge, and the treacherous has also one charge. So it allows you to put Grievous in the middle of the fight and justifies him flying with the swarm, but it doesn't actually penalize you for getting Grievous damage early on. It just passes it on to whoever's near him.
So what do you think JL should be doing now, Ramon, if you were him?
Uh, it's not that
Hang back. You should hang back.
he can't. He'd be forced to engage because the B wings and the Y wings, and even the U wing can be in range the next turn. So he'd have to do a good engagement, and doing a good engagement here means he has to turn in. He's forced more or less to turn in. And the great thing about it is Raymond is in a position to probably isolate Grievous if he guesses Grievous's move.
Actually, I wasn't even looking at Grievous at this point. I was like,
Oh
I'm
no,
just
big
like,
swarm!
yeah, I was like hoping that,
Oh, there we go.
yeah,
He hits the two backs,
oh yeah,
and thankfully he fits, and he's not forced to do the red three. maneuver. But yeah, he's forced to turn in. These are the choices he has. If he tries to move forward, tries to overshoot, he can't overshoot Raymond's list. He's forced to engage.
Yes. For Raymond's list, I'm pretty sure the B wings will probably the ones diving head first, since they're the ones who have both selfless. So if either one of them gets to be blasted or loses shields fast, you can just use selfless and pass it on to the other one. I was wondering, I was hoping that the Gold Squadron veteran somehow flanks a little and decides to take a risk and blast those asteroids, just because the droids were placed on the table first. Or who has initiative? JL.
JL took it. Yeah, he actually had less points, but he opted to go first. I think maybe since he wanted to block. Oh, and let's take note that the drones he took were the higher initiative ones, right?
Yeah.
Yes, those are not the cheapest ones. They're still cheap, but not the cheapest. Just affordable.
And
When
interestingly enough, he made two turns here. So this pink one, the bomber, actually moves out of the way.
Hmm. Peculiar. Maybe he wants to use the proxy mines.
Let's see where it's. Okay, and this one. Oh, and is this gonna fit? If he does, he's pretty good. That's a tight bang.
I don't think that's going to fit.
just to highlight JL's choice of Initiative 3 drones, it's actually interesting because this way, if a lot of players actually bring Initiative 3 generics to the tournament, they don't get Initiative killed right away. They could probably end up
Very
shooting
true. That's true.
Swan. They could still block, and he can choose to still be the blocker as a Swarm. But the great thing about it is that if one of them gets focus fired, they can still fire until the end of that initiative engagement.
Very true. So it's actually a good pick on his side. That's still a plus for JL.
How
Con-
much points is the difference between the weakest one and this one? So, just
From,
curious.
from what I remember, the Trade Federation drone, the initiative one, is 19 points. And the Separatist drone, which is initiative 3, is 21. So that's
Mhm.
at least 2 point difference.
1.41 initiative, I guess.
I'm just thinking that if he did lower, would he have been able to fit in
A
the
relay.
tactical relay?
Yes, he would have. He would have.
But I guess yeah, initiative is important, especially when you do expect people to be bringing initiative threes.
I'm still iffy about that because I really like the tactical relay cards. Those are the beauty of separatists.
Okay, so I went one forward and just hmm. I, Was
So
I
all of his he's just calculating since his old droids, and you took what is that? A focus action.
as well? Yeah, I guess. I think at this point I'm just hoping that not all of his ships will be an arc,
Mm-hmm.
or if in any case, not I can mitigate some damage by.
I have a
some
question.
ships. Yeah, go ahead.
If you were able to take angled deflectors for your V-wings, would you have equipped them?
For this theme, not so much because I do want them to get damaged, and how I think they're really expensive when it comes to one initiative ships. I think they're like 6 points a piece. So
Not ideal.
yeah,
Stop.
I don't. I'm not sure if it would have been worth it. To be honest, I don't own any angle deflector cards as well, so
I don't as well.
I'm not sure if
I don't know. I think it'd be nice if you did the focus. At least you can choose to be more defensive or offensive. Because with angle deflectors, you'd be forced to just go defensive.
yes.
Unless you're already in the point of being damaged. How do you say this? You wouldn't get the mods from Saw. That's one. Also, you'd also be gimping your B-wings because they then get 7 health rather than 8, which is a significant amount if you plan to outlast
Oops.
Swarm.
Okay, so I think I was playing around with the camera here trying to fix it, but I think I messed it up. At least we still see the action though.
Yep.
And I will be fixing this in a few moments.
Just
So
a little up close action there.
Yep.
It's a replay cam.
Okay, so Grievous just moving a 1 forward as well.
Shout out to Ron, who's not able to join us. Is he out of the country?
I'm not sure. Is he?
Yeah.
Oops.
I think he's out of the country. So, Ron, if you're watching this soon, to commentate the other game.
Okay, so Grievous making a linked barrel roll focus, probably to set up the next turn. I I'm not sure. Okay, and lastly, Saw Gerrera.
Saw Gerrera doing 2 forward. Is that a 2 forward?
3. It's a
Is
3
that three
forward.
forward? Wow.
Of course, I mean all the other ships are already there, so I might as
Wow,
well
that,
push.
that's a good firing line you've established there, Raymond. It I'm expecting to for you to at least bring down one drone during this round.
I should. I mean, definitely I should destroy at least one, right? I
Yeah.
mean, but at this point, to be honest, I felt that I went a little too fast. I wanted to mitigate some of the droid's damage by staying farther. But yeah, I think I'm probably an arc of all those droids. Okay, so I think Grievous is gonna shoot first. Takes aim. He has arc on the Y wing and the pink B wing. Thinking, thinking. Which one should you go for, Ramon?
Hmm. Well, I wouldn't. I'd probably just be shooting at the lead drone.
The
You know,
lead B.
Yeah, just basically try to get some points in, try to get some damage out. Because either way, the lead drone is in all arcs of the ships. The other targets like the Hyena Bomber and Grievous are only accessible to one or two of Raymond's ships. So I'm gonna go for the lead drone. This is actually a bad engagement for JL because I think he only has range on two
Yeah.
two drones. This is not
Okay.
ideal engagement for him.
Okay, so
A non-ideal shot as well. So I'll probably he
yeah.
opts
He's gonna
Okay.
spend the cast calculates. He
No.
doesn't.
he opts to save that.
Okay, so Saw Gerrera taking the first shot. Yeah,
Rah.
shooting the first one. I think that would be the obvious choice, as you said. But if you're JL, who should you target? I think you have besides
Just
Grievous,
target
of
the
course.
nearest B wing.
Yeah, I'd probably shoot the B-wings because they have selfless anyway. But they'd still share. So either of them basically. But I think the other B-wing is out of range of the drone. So if it is, selfless will
Good.
it.
That's not gonna proc.
Okay, so here we go. Ooh,
No evades.
2 blanks. So 2 hits on, I'm guessing, the lead drone.
Was that with a plasma torpedo?
He's smoking hot already.
He only threw 2 green dice.
Uh,
Yeah,
I-
that's range
I
2, I
think-
think.
I think, yeah, maybe Saw was range 2 of that one, the first one. Okay, next is, so JL would shoot next since he's initiative. He has initiative. Oh, I guess this is where the initiative comes in now. Oh, I'm gonna eat my words.
Yeah.
Oh,
At this point, I'm just gonna spend all my all focuses. All calculates. Yeah.
this is energy shell charges, turning one into a crit. And he's choosing which ones, I guess, to spend using the network calc.
Mm-hmm. You always spend the farthest first.
Yeah, actually,
As a
that's a
rule of
point
thumb.
that I told JL. He didn't.
You didn't
Oh, yeah,
listen.
He only. I told him about here at this point right now, and then he's gonna change it back to the other guy. No, wait, no. He's gonna get the farthest guy's calc instead. See.
Very sportsman-like there. I like that.
Of course, this is this is just a game that we play to enjoy, and of course teach others how to play as well. Okay, we're just also checking here because we're anal that way. We need to see if it's really range 1. If we can reach that farthest, yes, and yes, I think that's a good one.
If you're maximizing his tips.
Just to point out though, I think JL would have maximized his turn if he didn't spend the calculates for that energy shell charge attack because he'd be taking 4 hits from Raymond's ships, and he needs all the calculates for defense he can get.
Okay,
That for
so
me, it's a drone and it's gonna die anyway, so
Yeah, but he's
he might as well expend energy shell charges.
sorry. So I first rolled two because I thought that was range three, but it's energy shell, so I should only roll one. So that's why I re-rolled it.
Mhm.
The pink B wing got one hit, and I passed one to the back B wing.
Wow.
Okay.
And actually, this is a point that I mentioned to JL. I thought he knew at the end of the round, but I told him, you could actually just use your calculate. You don't have to. It's not a must change to a crit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in this scenario, it would have been better for him not to turn it into a crit, so that he could lay more damage into his target B wing.
Mhm.
Yes.
But yeah,
You still did it. You still did it, right?
yeah, but I only was able to tell him after this round. I thought he knew.
It's okay. It's like he's learning from his mistakes.
Okay, so again, the same thing happens again. We're in the lead B wing.
Passes it onto the back.
Yes.
So he's down 2 shields right now.
Yep. Sorry, it's not gonna update real time because I'm doing the updating, and I'll update it when we're at the planning phase.
Okay, so we can
Okay,
keep
so-
track. B-wings don't go down hard that fast.
Okay, so I think this is the back. Another energy shell charges from.
He keeps getting those focuses.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
But
Well,
okay, so we only have
lines.
one. I think he ran out of network calc though. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so just one, and it was
His
luckily
drones
evaded.
These don't have the latest OS. So
And checking the back. Okay, just
revenge time.
Yes.
Guerrera.
Wait, and I think we want. Of course, we want to be sure. We're checking the arc. I think on the last. What do you call this? Drone, to make sure that if he can get any ships. And I think it's out. Okay.
It's out. It's out.
Whew. So Selfless really paid itself off here with the energy shell charges.
It's a way to slow down the damage and to really capitalize on the 4 shields of the B wings.
Oh, and the bomber will also take a shot from the back, obstructed through the rock.
That rock is tiny, but it's really a thing to consider for the drones.
And one hit. And the B wing will roll two. I don't know, if I was the drones, I would have probably aimed for the Y wing. Oh, and evaded. Because, I mean, even if your friends do have Selfless, I think the Y wing would still take damage faster because it has less shields.
Mm-hmm. Next turn would really be Bumpsville.
We'll see. So this, I think the back B wing shooting into the front.
Wow, that's a
Nice.
nice roll. I like how clear the dice are right now. Can
Yes.
you see the improvement? Do you see
Yeah.
I can really notice the improvement. So thank you for the 3D printing guy who made it, and for the design. You look for the design, Raymond.
Yep, it's on Thingiverse. If you need anything, printing files, 3D printing files, it's over there.
But
Okay,
don't
so
3D print your X-wing ships. Buy from our local shops.
you can 3D print like accessories, but not the
Yes.
ships. Yes. Okay, so I was able to take out the lead one from the back, and
Lead up.
now I'm guessing this is the Y wing shooting at the next guy since I didn't have a target lock anymore.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Well, it's only one hit though, so he'll live.
Oh, one hit is basically like 30% of his life.
Then, lastly, the lead one will try to shoot at the green one again. Ooh, I don't know. I guess my dice were just lucky.
Yeah. Rolling two hits on a separatist is.
Oh,
Ah!
wow. Okay, so just one hit, so it still lives. Well, that's pretty good too.
Fair enough, fair enough. Rolling average dice. Yeah, just
So yeah,
taking a good look at the board right there.
we have two bleeding drones and semi-healthy Blade Squadron veterans.
Overall, this whole round of trade, who do you think came out better?
I can't say it's me because that just makes me look like
But
I'm
I'll say that somehow with the spreading out of damage, we came out slightly favored in this round. Slightly, not that much, just enough to gain a small advantage, so that B wings can knife fight, and his drones will be put in an awkward angle, just enough, just enough.
Okay, so yeah, some of the damage is being updated now.
Okay, we'll see. Ooh, B Wing lost a shield and two shields. So you lost three shields, while he lost a ship, and his other ship is smoking hot. The green separatist drone.
Yep. So if you were JL, what would you do right now?
If I were JL, um, since I would be moving the drones first, I would opt for a first. Oh, he has the initiative, so
Yeah, he's bring the drones first.
yeah, you still move the drones first, but I'd opt for a bump for at least two of your ships. At least I'll aim to bump or have them bump so that you won't be taking actions while the other remaining drones and Grievous can pummel on a B Wing, the damaged B Wing, the orange B Wing.
You concur, Ramon? What would you do?
Um, Technically, JL doesn't have any other choice. He has to mitigate the number of ships that are going to be shooting at him. He already lost one drone.
That's what I want him to capitalize on. Your ships are gonna blow up, so you might as well
That's,
have an
I
advantage.
think he had an opportunity to make a better decision earlier, which was to keep his drones alive and then go for an optimal bumping turn, which was supposed to be this turn. But now he's one drone down. So probably
Yes,
it's gonna be optimal
in
for him.
hindsight, you're correct since he rolled a lot of focuses, so he could have saved his drone there. You're correct based on his rules.
Okay, so JL moving the green one up front. I guess this is him trying to get a bump. Um, he's wait, no, he's okay doing a barrel roll. Oh, maybe he's trying to bump the purple one. I want to get a bump. Guessing this will be a calculate linked action.
I was hoping that Grievous performs K turn here.
He's stressed.
Oh, he's stressed. Or at least somehow get out of the swarms. I mean, Raymond swarms firing arcs for him to be able to use his ability. Because that's what you want. That's what Grievous's points are for. You want him to not be on the enemy's firing arc, so you can roll extra dice.
Okay, so he moved the yellow one forward. I think that's the last one with an energy shell charge. Then moving this brown one, I think, yes, up front. But I don't know. Is there a 4 forward to that thing? I think he just went a 2.
Forward, I think yes.
And they have a 5 forward.
Yes. A
So
vulture
I
has all the forwards except one.
uh, so yeah, he was a bit conservative here with his vulture movement. And now the hyena bomber
Mm-hmm.
is this gonna make a 3 bank or oh no, it's a turn.
He opts to land on the rock.
I don't think he opted, but it just happened. So he rolls.
It's scary.
Uh, oh,
Oh,
and free damage from the rock.
free damage from the rock. Does he get to? Oh no, it's on the okay. And he can't shoot. Shoot.
Okay, so what happens here? Yep. Okay, so I think he does get the block. So
And you
I think
bump also. You
yep.
land on the rock also.
Nope.
Oh.
It's just decided. So I guess I didn't activate Leia this turn, so it's just everyone's going.
Right. You have Leia.
Yeah, I didn't activate it this turn. You can see it's the yellow one underneath my points.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I just opted to just go one forward.
Which is correct. Which is actually the correct move, since you have enough space to be uh, ma- you have range one on a ship that has landed on a rock. No actions, no
Okay, so yeah,
focuses.
Y-Wing just opted for a focus now. Actually, to be honest, I don't think I utilized the plasma torpedo as much in this tournament at all.
If you
Uh,
were to replace it with another upgrade card, what would it be?
of course, I to be honest, I don't know because it's the only one that can fit right now. It, proton torpedoes being so much more expensive, turrets also being more expensive. I think it's. I
Would you
think
have
maybe I would have removed the contraband cybernetics and maybe fit in a proton instead, or something.
mhm. Or probably get a turret.
Yeah, but I don't really believe in turrets without the BTG.
I see.
Okay,
So
so
JL is still able to get out of arc with Grievous, so he gets one chance to dish out some damage with Grievous since he's out of the enemy's arc, and he has a stress and a focus. I'm hoping he gets some damage in here, or to bring down at least one of your B wings.
okay, so I'll
Given
just
that
make one
you're,
word also.
but it's really hard to bring down a selfless B wing.
Okay, so Grievous. So it's hmm. Grievous range 1. I'm guessing firing on the lead B wing.
Let's see. Grievous getting a +1 die plus range 1, so he's rolling 4.
Ooh,
Fair roll.
and no crits to pass on, so
No.
this will all go in. Oh wait, he has that ability that if he's not in the enemy's arc, he
Mhm.
can re-roll. Oh, and he makes it a perfect roll.
Yeah, use your focus on that. You
Use
just
it. No one's
maximize-
shooting.
Yeah. Wow. So wow, that's a good roll for him.
Yeah.
But
But,
was
but
that
to be
the-
honest, at this point, I'm like kind of happy because I
Yeah.
I want
You
the
wanted
saw.
to get damage right.
Yeah, I want the saw ability to trigger because I
And
don't
it
have
does.
any mods right now for that B wing.
It does, right? It does trigger.
It will. It will now. Okay, then his droids will fire next. Checking range. Oh, wait, why am I checking range for him? I
This is cheaty move.
know.
maybe he's the one who's going to shoot.
Yeah, he's the one who's gonna. Ah, okay, so he's checking range on this
Yeah.
last one. So he's trying to shoot at oh, Saw Gerrera, I think. Oh wait, Saw Gerrera he shoots first, right? Okay, so not yet the droids. Okay, we're good. So
Crit.
just two.
Oof. It's
Yeah, that's still a whole. That's still a full drone though, so
yeah.
I won't kill it this turn. Just one damage on that brown one, I think.
Since you bumped on the green one.
Yep. This is Saw Gerrera shooting though,
Oh, so sorry.
so I don't think he has arc on green one. Saw Gerrera just opting to shoot the guy in front of him. Gets one in.
So here you don't get to focus fire. You just fire on what's in front of the ships.
Yeah, luckily, I think my ships are healthy enough to take it.
Yes. Just gonna take the brunt of the damage and activate Leia the next turn, and surprise, surprise.
So, who's shooting?
The little drone in front who bumped.
Ooh,
Oh, wow!
who
That's
needs mods?
who needs mods when you roll natty? 3 hits, 2
Shooting
hits and a
at
crit. Oh,
blank?
forced to take that. Or you can still pass on 1
Yes.
crit, which you'll probably do, most likely.
I think that
And
was on the.
he loses 2 shields and passes on the 1 crit. So you're down to your hull.
Okay, yeah. So, this other guy, this brown one, shooting at. Ooh, nothing.
Whips.
I see he was shooting at the Y wing there, or was it the B wing? Not sure. Okay, so this back guy shooting at who?
Mhm.
Okay, checking on range. So I guess on the Y wing, range 2, shooting with energy shell charges. He's the only one who has them yet left. So 2 hits. Just 1 on the Y wing. Ooh, man. I have to say my evade rolls are pretty good this turn.
The dice still favoring you.
Yes, that's okay. And then lastly, bomber. Oh wait, no shot on the bomber. So this lead B wing shooting at the brown guy, checking for range 1. Okay,
It's close. It's very close.
rolling 4 dice with a saw reroll. Ooh, could be worse.
Too bad you don't have mods yet.
Yeah. So I get to reroll 1 because damaged. Oh, and yeah, that's not bad. Too.
Not bad at all.
And spends to keep him alive.
Yeah, he just needs to make sure his ships stick, just to not give you any more points. You're at the fair advantage right now, and with the remaining points, you don't. JL doesn't want any of his ships to blow up, and to score at least, or to blow up at least one of your ships.
So I think I'm deciding whether or not I should aim for the dying one or the one behind. But I guess I'm checking range. It's range 2.
You're
So-
opting for which one here?
The dying one.
The dying one, yes. Brutal. Rebels are
Although-
such terrorists, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so are the separatists. We're all terrorists here. Oh.
Takes one to know one.
Okay, no matter what, that one's dead. And oh wait, sorry, I opted to shoot at the back one. Okay, yeah, so I opted to shoot at the back one. That's still alive, thanks to the Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly would be the Y-Wing, who wants to take out the front guy. Ooh, and there's a crit in there.
Nicely done. Still crit and a hit.
That's the dead drone.
The drone. We're losing droids fast.
Oh, okay. So I guess I was able to kill that one too.
Mm-hmm.
And
At this point, I think with just 3 ships left on the board, JL's not really in a position to significantly do any damage. It's gonna be he needs to take a lot of high risk decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But 90 minutes on the clock, he's not gonna be able to. He might get half points on the orange B wing as well, but
It leaves too much to the dice.
91 points versus 23. So 3.
That means you gotta blow up Saw Gerrera just to cover his points and add the half of Saw Gerrera.
Who would you go for? I think you'd still go for like one of the Y wings or that dying B wing at least. But you have to make sure that you don't get hit. That's the thing. And this looks like this is going to be the lay around.
I wouldn't go right now. I wouldn't go for the B wing. I would have focused on Saw.
Yeah, well, true. That's true too. Hmm. You'd be assuming that these B wings would be turning.
I would, especially that you have Leia.
Would you
And
try to block these B wings, or would you just try to make sure you have an angle?
gunshot.
What? Sorry, you were saying something, Ramon?
Sorry, nothing. It's alright.
he's just going to opt for a block. Yes, I would block them so that they won't be able to turn around, and while other of my ships do. Or so I hope that that's what would happen.
Thoughts, Ramon?
Sorry, there was a slight connection issue. I didn't hear that last part.
You have any thoughts on what JL should be doing?
Right now,
What would you do? Would you run or?
he can't run. That's for sure. He needs to take points. So at this point, he either has to go. He has to go all in. This is second round
First
The
round.
first
This is
round,
the
first
first round.
for the tournament. First round of the tournament, he could run, probably save his points for MOV. Because if this is the later round, the B-Wings are go. They basically just have. They can probably take out Grievous by doing 1Ks or 2Ks. I'm sorry, 2K turns. One talent from the block potentially also block Grievous. So I could rotate and face Grievous, catch them. But if they
But if they're going to what?
even like such a weapon, they can probably just ignore that because it's not gonna threaten them even with the proximity mines until at least 2 turns.
Yeah,
Uh,
probably be the last turn as well.
so he could run. So JR could run. He could actually try to run over the rock with the free bank with Grievous, but that would still keep him stressed and in how to say
That
this.
wouldn't reward him as much, rather than risking and just straight up jousting Raymond's list.
Yeah, I'm just pointing out that the first round of the tournament, he could try to save MOV. But in any other game, though, he should probably be just going all in because in some ways, this is a very significant tilt already towards Raymond's advantage, and it would take a really drastic moment for him to be able to take back the game.
True. So right now, he should just. There's really a slight chance for him of winning, which is not as likely to happen. So we just fly away.
That green drone was in a bad position to get a block. He was stressed already from the previous turn. So he can only move forward now. And I guess he's barrel rolling to make sure he stays clear from that asteroid, which I set down a seismic charge for.
Yeah. But it's still gonna reach, I think.
No, I think that's pretty far from range 1 of the rock. Although I didn't check for the other side of the other rock though. I just naturally assumed the big one.
Yeah,
So
that could have been a game changer.
okay, so JL pushing forward with the hyena bomber. Doesn't block, but of course rolls over the rock. And safe.
Very nicely done.
And yeah, let's see who goes first. Pinky goes first. Makes a Talon roll, I'm guessing, since can't fit a 2-turn in there.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, knife fighting.
Oh, okay, so he blocks actually Pinky here, so just turns 1 instead.
Pinky gets blocked. And
I think the Y-Wing is moving next.
how many HP does the separatist bomber have?
Still 4 alive.
So you want to... He's out of drones, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. And oh, Y-Wing is actually turning out. Maybe I should have done a K turn there. Wonder why I didn't. Since I lay it. Oh well. So actually that's pretty good already, if considering that the bomber only has at most 2 enemies now.
Mm-hmm. And proximity mines don't actually get to blow any of your ships. It doesn't pose that much threat the following turn. At least what I'm hoping could be the last round.
And this guy, I'm guessing he moves 1 for... Oh, he'll bump. Oh yeah, so it's actually the best scenario. It's only 1-on-1 now. And if Grievous comes in, then that's a 2-on-1 on Saw Gerrera. So actually that's the best. That's a good block because he gets 2 ships out of commission.
I think Grievous flanked turn late.
So Grievous doing a 2-bank, I believe.
No, just a 1? Is that... Oh.
Oh, he did a 1-turn, not opting to remove the stress.
Yeah, would a 1 get him a shot at Saw though? I'm not sure. Or would it get him on the rock?
It would put him on the rock, a 1 forward, and a 1-bank as well.
That's gonna land him on a rock.
Yeah.
So would you have opted to just like push him forward instead?
I'd have opted to take a 2-bank.
It's a 2-bank.
Yeah, either, well, out wouldn't take him off the rock, left. But if he took a right, at least he could try to shoot at Saw with an action if he doesn't hit the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Could take a 3-bank, hopefully, and pray that he jumps over the rock and then try to boost out. That's also an option. If he wants points.
Okay, so
Yes.
bomb goes off, and I hit myself.
Free
I hit
damage.
to myself, and I only actually get Grievous 1. And yeah, so I get the orange guy. So he's actually half points, which good for. And I actually hit that other B-wing as well. So I'm
They
actually
did
doing
him
this
more
for him.
favor than
Yeah.
made him catch up a little. That was
So this orange viewing should be half points by now.
he is
He should be. So it would be
losing all shields.
4691. 4691. Taking out 3. Just need another 45 points to tie. So actually, if you take out the gold squadron bet, you tie. So using Grievous's reroll ability, I'm guessing on the B wing still.
Hoping
And
for
3
the goal.
hits, he's
Yes.
dead. That's a dead B wing no matter what.
It's a nice. That's a nice turnout for him.
Yeah, but dead nonetheless.
Dead nonetheless. With 3 more ships, can you do a 3 versus 3?
Although it's
High-
actually a nice position for that bomber because no one can shoot that bomber.
He still has proximines, right?
Yes, he still has proximines. So Saw, I think, is opting to shoot. Well, he can only shoot at Grievous. Cause yeah, he's. Well, no, I think he can shoot the bomber too, cause since he did like a turn, that doesn't count as a bumper at.
Doesn't.
Oh well, but he bumped. No, sorry, he bumped into Grievous. The bomber bumped into him. So even if he changed position, he'd still be bumped. Is that how it works? Oh, anyway, I'm shooting at Grievous anyway, so I guess that's how it was ruled. Someone should check that on the FAQ.
Yeah.
If a U-wing turns, does he still count as being range 0?
I think it was ruled such that the base isn't square, so you can't actually turn. I think it's one of the X-Wing quick tips. I haven't watched. I can vaguely recall that ruling. Something that the base isn't square.
Okay, so I'm shooting at Grievous, I think. So Grievous has nothing. I think he has an ability to reroll Solus. 1, I think. Oh, nothing. He takes 3 shields and a half Grievous.
Nice. Grievous already on half, which means he's in danger. With a final turn, you can still focus fire Grievous, and that'll highly reward you of his points plus 50% of Grievous points also, which you don't want to do.
Yeah, I think if this was, I think the clincher, if Saw somehow didn't damage Grievous, or at least not to half.
He would
This
have
would-
been able to catch up a bit.
Yeah. So I guess it's just a bomber shooting at Saw Gerrera. Saw only shooting 1 since he turned and not, so he gets 1 damage in. Okay, and no shots for anyone else. And
No shots for anyone else because everyone's bumping someone. So
yeah, it was actually a pretty good round for JL. I mean, the shot on Grievous.
considering he was already down a number of ships, he somehow rolled favorably well, having those extra calculates. I think maybe not as much, but and you rolling badly on defense. It offset the previous turn where your green dice were hot.
5 minutes ago, and
5 minutes to go, and simplifying the whole previous turns, both of you actually went for a joust. There was minimal bluffing, and it was really um, it was really critical that the first engagement. Well, it was really critical on who will get the first optimal engagement. To which I think, to which I think the firing squad position of your Y wing and B wing and U wing did, and eliminating that single drone early on confused the whole swarm, which probably snowballed a bit to this point of the game, to which you have a significant advantage already.
I think, yeah. Considering though, I mean, could have gone either way, but also because of the dice. If JL, I think he didn't use the crit ability of his energy shell charges, he probably would have gotten that first viewing off the board quicker,
Yes.
and that would have, yeah, affected the game, the later rounds, having one less gun.
I still like how he pushed for damage instead of flying off, since the B wing was really tough, but he was able to crack it somehow.
Okay, so uh, adjusting. Okay, so yeah, Grievous is.
Grievous, actually, I would have, looking again at JL's list, I would have flown Grievous and the bombers separately, since Grievous can probably hold out his own for a couple of turns, since he has impervium plating also. Okay, so it says here, hold on.
So waiting for JL's last dial. So I sort of remember in this scenarios, Dion or whoever would say that if you're trailing behind, you'd try to put your dial down as fast as possible because you're trying to catch up on points. But at this state, do you think there's
Yeah, I
there's still
mean,
a
it's
chance?
2 minutes left. I don't think you're gonna move that fast. So you just wanna think optimally on where to place those ships.
I think you definitely want to put a prox mine down, maybe catch that viewing.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, sorry, why does the overlay say that all the drones are dead?
sorry, I think there's one that should still be alive. I was like tweaking it. Yeah,
He's he erased the HP, the hull.
that's weird though. I put in one hull, but it's still dead. Maybe I'll fix it. I fix it later or something. Uh, okay, so so JL not opting to drop a bomb, but I drop my second seismic.
Mm-hmm. Because you didn't learn from the first.
Then this green one. There's a one talent, 1K turn, 1K turn. Oh yeah, it does have
Yeah, it
1K
does
turn.
have 1K. Which is a very dangerous move, since the Ewing can just pivot and blast it off.
Although I don't think the drone would be the priority here. It's only 13 points to kill it at this point. It only additional 13 points.
I mean, you can't really have the separate. Oh, yes, you can. I think you can still have the separatist bomber, which is probably the same points as blowing up the Separatist drone. It's actually good. Target-rich environment you're in.
Okay,
Still, I
so
think 1K is still the correct turn since he has initiative and the timer goes out.
the Y wing just K
K
turns.
turns.
So I don't know why he didn't drop the prox mine here, though. I'm
Could
pretty
have,
sure
right?
that, yeah, I'm pretty sure that beam would have hit it. Uh,
Do prox mines allow crits?
Yeah.
yes, because you have to roll.
You
You
roll
roll for the.
twice. Two dice, right? The delayed fuses were not something he utilized here.
He actually didn't utilize any of his devices in this game.
Which is why the perfect card would have been really a tactical relay.
Hmm. We'll ask JL next time why he chose this one instead. Okay,
Maybe
so
he's still
great.
getting a feel for his list, and the next game he opts to, or probably in the next tourney, or in the upcoming league. Watch out for that, guys.
So Grievous bumps,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll probably have a shot at Saw. Saw will probably
Probably
stay in
have
place.
a good shot at Saw. But shooting at Saw doesn't really pay off if he knocks off two shields and nothing
Yeah,
particularly
basically
exciting happens. Yeah.
you need just 3 shots to half Saw.
Yeah, but he's shooting at the maximum of four, and Saw gets to roll. Well, he
Just one
shoots.
dice. Just one dice because he's turning. But that's not bad.
Not bad, and not likely to blow up. Yeah. Maybe I would have opted for to shoot at the Y wing instead. Or it's too far. No, I can't shoot at the Y wing. It's too far. No choice but to shoot Saw. Yeah.
I personally shoot at Saw because Saw would give him more points if he gets it to half points.
Right. Yes, that's
And you
correct.
actually have 3 shots at Saw right now. I'm not sure about Grievous right now, but you look like you have 3 shots on Saw. You could actually take him down.
Yep.
He only has 1 evade now.
hmm So who's shooting first? Grievous.
No, wait. I think we should. The bomb should activate first, though. But I think we forgot it. We forgot about the bomb.
oh, okay.
Ability does not trigger since I am facing him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only rolling 1,
Mm-hmm.
and I roll an evade. So 1 more shield down on Saw. Oh, we forgot about the bomb here, so I think we. Uh, hey, guys, we have a bomb. Talking to myself in the past.
When did you get to trigger the bomb?
It could be big, you know. A lot of people can get hit by that bomb.
Oh, that's a nice roll.
Oh, and since I have focus and
Bring
Saw
it all in. Ouch.
just 3 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess Saw opted for target lock. Oh yeah, I think now we're checking for the bomb. So 2 hits, 1 on that guy, 1 on
Mm-hmm.
guy.
And the green automatically explodes. Oh no, no, it's too far.
Yeah. Ooh, and 2 more hits into Grievous. I think he's dead.
Well, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. When you get to eliminate the lieutenant in this format, it's very rewarding.
I think the bomber will shoot now. I think we'll see. The bomber still has a chance to. eh, Stranger things have happened, right? I mean, if he takes
Hmm.
out Sub Guerrera and like some crit thing could happen.
Gets a hit and a crit, Rolling one
So,
defense.
oh, and that goes in.
Oh,
Half
that
points on
goes in.
Saw there.
That goes there. But uh, losing Grievous was big. If he were able to preserve Grievous, could have lowered the difference in the points. But losing Grievous and getting half on Saw is definitely not a good trade.
Okay, so Grievous is out. That who's shooting
So
now? I'm not sure.
Grievous.
Just to point out, this turn, JL is not looking for trades. He's just maximizing the amount of points he can get.
Mm, possibly yes. You're right. So JL. I'm not sure who's firing now. I'm
Still
guessing this is
JL.
no this is the
Drone.
other.
The drone.
The, okay, one dice. I'm guessing on Saw, right? Yeah, okay, it's on Saw. So it's range 2. One more dice. Though it won't
Uh,
doesn't matter anymore.
yeah, you still have Saw, right?
So Saw's takes it'll take a lot more to kill Saw now. Then next is my guys. So the Y Wing firing at Hyena Bomber, obstructed. Firing my plasma torps finally, getting used.
Finally getting that finisher shot.
But I don't think I'd probably I get to kill that thing as I rolling 3 only.
Well, it's still three.
And he has 4
Yeah.
hull, I
And a
think.
target lock. Ooh.
So just
Uh,
a hit and a crit. And yeah, so just one hit on the bomber, so it doesn't kill him.
just one hit.
One crit. Yeah.
It still has him, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely have him. Next is the B Wing. Has another shot on the bomber too.
Still at range
One.
one.
Rolling another one for Saw.
So
And just one crit.
kill tanks. Squid could.
Oh,
Ooh.
perfectly evaded.
Invades that while it's still smoking hot.
Yeah.
And that is game.
Whew.
See the match sheet there. Very nicely done. And congratulations, Raymond, for your first win of the round here.
Thank you. Thank you. I just got lucky.
That was
Uh,
still a
it
start of
wasn't.
the push.
Yeah, the dice were in my favor. In the end of the day, I think that's what really won the game.
I think you were able to at least put together a tighter list um, here, and I think the first round capitalizes on the list, and as you progress, you rely on the skill more. So here we're still testing all the list, and I think you did a good job.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, for all you watching at home, stay tuned. We have more videos like this coming up,
Yeah, several more rounds to watch.
and you'll find out soon who won. For at least those
Yes.
who didn't subscribe to our channel or our Facebook page.
Hit like and subscribe to the Thinking Scrubs podcast.
And so this is Raymond,
This is Ian.
This is from one.
and we're the Thinking
We're
Scrubs.
Thinking Scrubs. See you guys on the next video.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.